Hey, yo, man. Give me 1 second. Let's get this straight, man. So recently, you know what I mean. The Outsider Media Group has had. There we go. Let me get settled in. Quite a few uploads, man, pertaining to the K Slim RRC battle that recently went down. For the most part, you know what I mean. I'm not sure if our original recap will end up uploaded, but even there, I've attempted to kind of stay out of the way because in my mind, you know what I mean. I don't feel like if I feel like I won, which I do personally, you know what I mean. I feel like I won the battle 2-1. I feel like I shouldn't have to argue that. I feel like that should be something for the fans to decide. Or you know what I mean, if you don't even want to call them lookers, whoever sees the battle that is outside of the biasness of both battlers and their respective entourages, I'm willing to respect those opinions. I've seen every opinion on the battle, from K Slim 3-0 to KTL 3-0. I've given my opinion on it, but I don't really want to try to sway someone's opinion because I feel like that really never works. Like there's really no purpose in that. Now let me say this: the battle went down Saturday. At the time of recording this, it is uh, 4 dropped, and every day since then, I've seen some type of propagation of a narrative that I'm not exactly a fan of. From the others, it's just continuous questioning of different from to the different content that was that was put forward. You know, what I mean, just before anyone can even see the footage, all they're seeing is this this what's the word? I'm trying to be politically correct here. That's too long. But this information that's being put out there to make it look like I've done something dishonest within this battle, which is clearly false. I mean, if you whenever y'all get to see it, y'all will understand what I'm talking about. But don't, in my opinion, like I said, I don't think if you truly feel that you won the battle, like it's being stated that I got 30'd, quote unquote. I don't think you should. I think someone tells you, "Oh, you smoke. Oh, he wasn't enough with that shit." You know what I mean? But I think that it's gotten to the point to where it's devolved past the actual battle, and that's my issue here. So we're gonna address right now. I've been quiet behind this shit. Um, Jim's voice as a man. There's only a certain level of disrespect I'm willing to accept. I attempt to always be, you know, I mean, shouts to my homie 540 Dre, shouts to Keys. I attempt to, in my opinion, be the most level-headed out of all of us when it comes to taking action, and that's just again my personal opinion. So I've kind of just been trying to let it all slide. I respond whenever I feel like my credibility and my skill at being challenged. But for the most part, I just it's really it's not that deep in my opinion. You know what I mean? Pause if necessary because I know someone's gonna try to say it. But it's not. It's a battle just like any other, and I already focused on the next one that I have coming up, which will I'm not gonna get into that too deep here. I'll probably touch on it a little bit later. But I just feel like I I I have seen enough. Now there within the first 5 to 10 seconds, the words pop up on the screen with an audio clip. and some things that were dropped during the battle by the comment section. Also, some files of whatever that we've discussed, where it just says, "Is KTL a white supremacist?" The battle rap sport that um, that is a very hefty allegation, thing that can damage someone's career past this. I would never attempt to put that type of thought onto anyone, uh, even just a white person, just of any race, because that's something that, even if, like, if it's found incorrect to your character, it takes a long time, because not everyone, sees the aftermath of, oh yeah, well, it was found that. But that's just blatant disrespect, in my opinion. And I've attempted to curb all of this. You know what I mean? That, I'll be fair. There is clips of mine in the battle as well. But my question posed there is that wasn't really even involved in the battle. That was a narrative began by someone in opposition to me afterwards, after the battle was over. There was an angle, dealing with a certain race issue. Like I say, I'm not going to try to spoil it. I want people to see the battle and make their own judgment. You know what I mean? I don't ask for anyone to agree or disagree with me, but never once in that battle was it said, "Oh, you are a white supremacist. You are this." It was more dealing with the fact of, in through certain things that you've said before and done, it leads me to believe that you do not identify fully with the issues that my race goes through. And I give credit to the angle, man. It was painted it was painted very well. It was a good angle. You've never once heard me. I give the praise. In the battle, it was that round was more about the actual angle and the picture that was painted than the actual punchlines associated with the angle. uh, in contrast to another round where I felt like was more based on what you said with the other angle. It was uh, in in regards to, like, the actual angle itself. But that's my point. Um, that's just jumping out the window in an attempt to drum up some hype off of something that's very sensationalized. It's not even clickbait, because it's not like something that makes you click on it. It's something that you see and you're like, oh, okay, well, this is an attempt to get me enraged and inflamed behind this. So that's just it's gotten to the point to where I've got to say something now, because it's not that's not something that were I ever power against anyone that I would ever, especially in a trailer where you can't even see the full battle. Now you're just like, you're kind of forced to take this thought and run with it until it drops. And I don't think it was an attempt to keep it a very correct way to go about it. But I just don't understand why this has begun. And this is where I'm gonna get in my bag a little bit more, man. Um, and I'm gonna talk my shit for a second. With every battle that I've done on the Discord, I've started doing live battles, of course. With the verbal abuse battle I did against Judah Leone, the EBL battle I did against Dupe, the RRC battle I did against Slim. I've attempted every time to use the connections that I've made through my years in the battle rap culture and my time a media uh, personality, and I've attempted to use that to get other people that I viewed as talented and I believed that, deserved a shot. I used that to try to get us all put on. Uh, I don't know, concerning. What's the word I'm looking for? I always want to see people succeed if I feel like their talent level is up there, and I felt like, I felt like we was, you know what I mean. So, I mean, in the building for a couple of events, we've had Don Marino, you know what I mean? Names like this that hold weight in the battle rap community. That if one of these guys co-signs you and says, "Hey, bruh, that dude is nice," that could actually get you somewhere. And I mean, it's worked for some people, from what I understand. You know, what I mean, nothing's come to fruition yet, but from what I understand, there was things in the talks. You know what I mean? The last event, these people didn't even get to see my battle, which I invited them in hopes that they would see. You know what I mean? Like I to them, I'm not really worried about it. Um, the first couple of battles had battlers, my bad, featured that, you know what I mean, they seem to be getting a look based off of that. And I'm happy for that, man. Wish no negative, but in that capacity, like I've attempted to bring some light to your brand. I've attempted to get some of your battlers who are also staff members. You know what I mean? This and this is what I get in return. I haven't done anything or dishonest in this situation. I mean, well, let me rephrase that. Outside of like however you may feel about the information that might have been dropped in the battle, but in terms of handling this battle, aftermath during the battle, it was just. If it's supposed to be fun, you know what I mean? It's supposed to be competitive. We're trying to win. We're trying to be the best, whatever. And that's how I took it. But at this point, this has gone past this where it's attempting to actually negative upon my character, and that's the part that I take offense to. I've had people who shall remain nameless, you know what I mean, but they know who they are, attempt to say that I was a culture vulture. Bag, 1 sec, let me get this bottle of water because I'm about to talk my shit. A culture vulture, huh? Why? Because based off of some pictures in a screenshot that you saw from years ago, out of context, you believe that I don't belong with you. Let me also say that this person who said this, well, the one person that I'm referencing individually, it's been said by a few people, has only been in the culture. I will be generous and say maybe 6 months, right? And this person was literally just a few weeks ago asked how loaded Lux was. I'm sure I don't really have to explain that, but I will anyway. That is one of the most, if not the most well-known figures in battle rap. Someone that a lot of things are in this current era of what we do. Someone who's still revered. He's still main eventing URL card 19, one of their biggest cards of the year. He's going to be headlining. But I'm a culture vulture. All right, let's get to Chop. Because throughout my time of being involved in the battle rap community, right? I watch a ton of battles. First off, let me say that. I'll be in the trenches, you know what I mean, watching even these guys that a lot of these cats they'll see them, they'll be like, they'll call them creative players, you know what I mean? That's one thing that me and on is not being biased when it comes to the quote unquote level of talent, which really isn't. It isn't always about a gap of talent. It's just about a gap of the name that is there. And I'm always trying to, you know, I mean, we had I'm not gonna spoil it, but we had a YouTube comment today of someone who saw one of our videos, a battler, a lower name battler, who's on upcoming card and wants to come speak on our show because of it. We have had on our show, I'm just gonna rattle off some names that I remember off the top of my head. Danny Myers, B. Dot, Shoddy P. You know, I mean, let's see. We've also had like lower names, Flow Leads, Black Academics. You know, I mean, Ellipsis. We've had Chilla Jones. We've had fucking all types of cats, man. Upcoming PG, Swamp, Don Marino, Skates, Gunpowder Pat, um, GZ's in progress. You know what I mean? Upcoming names that maybe should be household names at this point, Mad Flex. That's just barely scratching the surface of the talent that we've had on, and I'm just including Outsider Media Group. I in the time that I have been a media personality, Pat, just and I have been involved in some of the biggest media outlets and involved in some of the best content within the past few years in the battle rap community. Shouts to shouts to movement for my involvement. I still salute Caps, man. Shouts to the Real Worldwide Media, man, for the time that me and Dre were there. You know what I mean? I salute to those brothers, man. That's where we got our start, man. It's still all love, man. And in the Outsider Media Group right now, man. And in that time, I've offered good, unbiased battle rap content as well as I can. You know what I mean? I don't claim to have zero bias. I attempt to, but I mean, I'm sure that's almost a physical impossibility. But in that time, I have used my platform to let certain people get certain issues off of deals in the battle rap community. You know what I mean? Given the people, the supporters that we have, shouts to everyone that comes through and supports us, the content that they want. You know what I mean? Like showcasing smaller names, like I say, these upcoming PGs, giving them a chance to attempt to establish their talent and make their voice heard. Community, man. But out of all of this, I am a culture vulture. If you go behind the scene, the things that I've done behind the scenes of battle rap outnumber a lot of these people's contributions in front of. If you and ask Don Marino, Danny Myers, Franchise, Chilla Jones, who is KTL, they know exactly who I am. I've built, you know what I mean, actual personal relationships with these brothers. I've attempted, like we you know what I mean, I've run my round by them. We've chopped it up on the real personal, real life shit. You know what I mean? Just these it goes past battle rap at a certain point to where like these are actually people I fuck with on the. And that is why I took it. I was gonna record this the other day. When I really sat back and thought about it, it didn't affect me until the next day. But I sat back and thought about it, and I said, this person has the audacity to question my status in this battle rap culture. Things that I have put work in for. I've attempted to do all of these things, not because I seek acceptance or to fit in. And yes, I will imply that a few of these people, they've only gotten into this culture because they wanted to have something in common with someone else. They wanted a topic of conversation or something that they could deal with, like they could use in dealing with these people that they enjoy being around. Me, I got into this culture just as a fan because I enjoyed the art form. I've seen all the World Rap Championships, the Scribble Jams, the Smack DVD eras, the Back on the Street corners, the fight clubs, all of that, all the way up until like I can tell you what who was on the card with Arsenal versus Sirius Jones and John the Don versus Daylight, those types of things. You know what I mean? And the people that are attempting to speak ill about me can't tell you what Averb's third round angle was for Hitman Holla, or who told Smack to get the fuck out of here. It's just these big monumental moments. I don't enjoy having my credibility questioned by someone off the strength of they believe in something that is racially charged. When I've put all my time, my energy into this battle culture as a fan, as a media personality, And as a battler, I've attempted to begin to give back to this art form in my own way. You know what I mean? Through what I believe are creative concepts and an enjoyment of just the competition level that's available in this art form that I love. So I'm so I am trying to appropriate a culture. And in doing so, I'm just because I want to fit in, I'm just driving 2.5 hours, 4 hours to go rap for 6 to 9 minutes. You know what I mean? Be gone all day on my own dime. Willing to go that far, in your opinion? Okay, understood. But that's one point that I really wanted to get to is the fact that no one can question my legitimacy in this culture through the footwork that I've put. You can question my morale. You know what I mean? I'm always happy to answer any questions that are thrown at me as long as we can have a civilized discussion about it because I understand I've done things that people may not agree with and regret. But to attempt to my involvement in the culture as a whole, based off of something that you heard in a battle, that is ignorance at its finest. Um, and we're gonna keep pumping out dope content. You know what I mean? Just I'm gonna keep the way that I have. You know what I mean? It doesn't stop just because, like I said, I didn't really think this situation was such a big deal as it's turning out to be. I've attempted to keep quiet about it, be tactful because I really do. I think it makes everyone look bad whenever you're sitting there and arguing certain things that don't seem necessary to be argued. But that okay, so that handles the white supremacist argument. You know what I mean? That I felt was attacked as a man, right? There were also screenshots on this trailer, and I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna be on some bullshit. There were some, you know what I mean, that were in my favor. Appreciate at least. However, there were some things that I view as subliminal swaying of the viewing audience. You know what I mean? If I'm seeing things that say like the second was a bad body, you know what I mean? The second was clear, like, oh, you know what I mean? Like 30, all of this, like you are entitled to your opinion. There's nothing wrong with that. I can't tell you how to feel behind this. All I'm saying is there were quite a few comments that were uh that 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 I just felt that should have been put up there. Honestly, I'm not asking for it to be even. I don't. Anyone needs to know like how certain people call that. Why do I care what fifth dimensional pen or frog red thought of the battle? These people, you're never going to meet these people. Why do you care what they thought about the battle? Realistically, I mean, you're going to form your own opinion. So I don't really understand that. You know what I mean? I thought that the battle overall, I thought it was a very fantastic battle, and I've said this before. I think class battle because of all the different elements of it. You know what I mean? The the aggression and tension that actually, like, to me, delivered upon the hype that it was a grudge match. The the level of content put out by through bars or not. I'm not gonna say bars, punchlines, angles, joke scheme, real talk, all of that. It had every element, in my opinion, and that's why I was very proud of this battle. But I'm becoming less proud of this battle because of the amount of done to it. It's just that there's no purpose. Like if you would have taken this and it was going to be 1 week. All you got to wait is 1 week. I'm still waiting on my footage from like 3-4 weeks ago from my live battle. So I can wait a week. I'm not worried about that. Bill, I mean, let people be like, man, I want to see that again. But this nonsense, there's been something having to do with like with this battle and some type of fishiness that's going on, and that's that I take offense to, man. Like I wanted to see, like I got a Discord battle. I think that I've done well in my other battles, but they haven't really been crazy good back and forths to me. And I was happy to finally have had one. You've never heard me I salute the RRC for what they've done, even whenever I wasn't on the card. But now it just feels like my battle is being transformed, and there's always controversy, and I'm not blaming anyone, but there's always every time I battle with certain people, they're always in some type of controversy. You know what I mean? There's always a lot to be said, and I don't usually have a lot to say because I usually feel like I've won. You know what I mean? I wouldn't if I didn't feel like. Well, first off, if I didn't feel like I won, I would say that there should be a time where you think that you didn't win unless your opponent just left Earth. You know what I mean? Like your level of content should be that high where you can say, okay, yeah, I put up a good fight. I think I got that. So I don't know. Like it's almost more damaging than anything from the looks of it. I don't think this was the correct rollout tactic for this shit, man. Like you've seen like shouts to my homie 540 Dre, man. Like he's made his own opinions clear on the event, the battle, whatever. Um, whether in regards to the controversy involving my name or the polls or any of that, I really haven't voiced my opinion on that because even if there was like there was some type of foul play, I know. Okay, sometimes it happens. It is what it is. I got a good battle. I'm not worried about it. I'm here to enjoy the battle rap. You know what I mean? But this has gone point of me and just allowing these things to continue. I still ask that everyone who watches this video goes and checks out the battle. You know what I mean? Go ahead and let us know like what you thought of the battle yourself. You know what I mean? I'm just asking, don't be swayed by anything, any of the existentials, because I'm fully expecting whenever the battle drops there to be a lot of existential things. If you want to judge off the bars how much you believe the angles that we both use, that's fine. If you feel I won, if you feel I lost, that's also fine. I just want people to be able to form their own opinion. That's all I've ever asked for in this. I'm still not gonna like continue to attempt to sway people. I've played like we've heard this battle through people out the RRC community. You know what I mean? And this is to address the argument of both sides of biasness. The people from outside of the server, they did feel like, you know, of overreaction and underreaction going on. But even then, they conceded that it was a very close battle. It comes down to one round in particular. I'm not gonna say which one. That they feel could go either way. You know what I mean? In terms of content. So I think that's how you should judge it, based off of whose material you feel more. But just remember, at the end of the day, it's fucking battle rap. This shit doesn't have to go past the ring. You know what I mean? Before all of this happened, right out of energy in the battle. But me and K Slim, we were cool after the battle, man. Like we gave props. I gave that man props for things he said. He gave me props for things I said and whatnot. It like there was no hostile energy now, or there was no hostile energy. But now it's sort of turning. Like I say, I'm not gonna slander his name. I don't throw the blame on him for everything. It's been a combination of a few things between both sides, but I just like I don't see the purpose of somebody being cool outside of the battle and then just like shit happens and now all of a sudden the motherfucker's not cool anymore behind that shit. You know what I mean? I do want to say this though, and this is addressed to whoever feels like it applies to them. Myself and Note recently the live battle on the Bayou Battle League card, the Fire in the Bayou card, and we addressed the fuckery that happened in the 40 bars versus Double M match. And 40 bars at one point, basically, like after it was all over, this is why these cats are stuck where they're stuck at in the culture. And part of that, I feel, is happening right now because these are all. I'm never going to take away from your rapping skill. A lot of these cats are talented individuals. But it's not getting somewhere. Isn't always just about as much as we would all like it to be. It's also how you carry yourself outside of the ring, and respect that you show to others, and I'm not gonna like make it sound like it's you should dick ride anybody that can get you ahead. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I believe in a basic level of respect that you treat everyone with. You approach someone with certain energy, and I match energy that's given to me. If I feel that it's aggressive, then the grown man side of me will not allow that to keep happening. You know what I mean? If we're cool, I'm very calm. I'm very level headed. Like I say, I've attempted to further a lot of these brothers because I believe in their talent, man. But this is that argument. You know what I mean? Like it's not you can be talented but I mean personally, I'm not gonna go out of my way to attempt to help a lot of these cats anymore because I mean it's you've shown me how much you actually like care about that. And I mean you can say, oh well, maybe they just don't fuck with you. I understand not everyone's gonna like you. That's what the world is. If you buddy, you're a fucking idiot. But if I'm attempting to help you out, you know what I mean, I don't see any reason for you to show me this level of disrespect that isn't really like I've never thrown that level of disrespect at anyone. Honestly, a good part of this, I was just drug into people going. They're very hyperbolic with their opinions, just because they're upset. You know what I mean? I've seen like in Dre, and they're like, oh, such and such, he's mad because his boy got 100% incorrect. I don't care how you feel about the battle. There's 0% chance I got smoked. And this was someone I had given no disrespect to. And I really just wanted to address and be like, hey, man, you know what I mean? Don't my name like that. I've shown you nothing but respect. If you have it, leave it there. You know what I mean? There's no purpose behind that. But I really just wanted to make this, man, and address all of the things that I feel like are being pitched right now in an attempt. And my whole argument is say that I won. Go watch the video, drop a comment down below, say such and such 2-1, such and such 3-0, good battle, whatever. However you feel about it. Don't be about all the nonsense. There's no purpose, man. It's about in battle rap. It is about bars. It's not about how you. I don't let anyone my personal feelings on anyone dictate if I feel that they they want to match or not. There's certain battle rappers that I am not fans of their etiquette, but I can say that there's their presence, their performance, that they've won battles. They're talented individuals, and there's nothing wrong with that. You have to be able to separate the person from the artist, and I think that that's something that's sorely lacking in this culture. Not even just here, like on a professional level. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people that they can't accept the fact that their favorites because might actually be shitty human beings, and vice versa. Just because you think someone's like isn't very good, they might be a very important and prominent figure in the culture. You know what I mean? Like they might do a lot of behind the scenes work, and they might have helped out your favorite at one. So, like I say, all I ask is that you from the person and just your honest opinion on all battles, man. I guess that's gonna be it. You know, I mean, I'm fully expecting me and Dre to have a little sit down, chopping it up session here shortly about all of this. Because I know the homie gonna want to talk his shit. But moral of the story right here, man. I'm a very patient man. I don't wish ill on it. Just don't play with my fucking name in a way that is uncalled for.